Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Wekiva High School welcomes you to Mustang Field, where it's a beautiful day for baseball. Please welcome our guests from Olympia High School. They are the Titans. And they'll be taking on your Wekiva High School Mustangs. Let's meet the teams. We'll begin with our guests from Olympia. And we'll start with their leadoff hitter, right fielder number 5, Alex Britton. Batting second for the Titans is left fielder number 23, Richie Lakes. Third in the lineup for the Titans, shortstop number 15, Jeslyn Whitehead. And the cleanup hitter for the Titans is first baseman number 19, Nathaniel Martinez. Batting fifth for the Titans, designated hitter number 24, Josh Placencia. Sixth in the lineup for the Titans is third baseman number 10, Brendan Riley. In the 7-hole and behind the plate at the bottom of each inning, number 11, Mason Wilson. Batting eighth is center fielder number 12, Chase Dunlap. And finally for the Titans, batting ninth is second baseman number 16, Ivan Sanchez. The starting pitcher for the Titans and fielding for Placencia is number 21, Mitch Harding. And the Titans are managed by head coach Chuck Shaw and assistant coaches Al Osuna, Michael Bayo, and Rob Sidwell. And now let's meet the lineup for your Wekiva High School Mustangs. Leadoff hitter for the Mustangs is center fielder number 1, Alex Mora. Second in the lineup for the Mustangs is third baseman number 21, Zach Inkelbarger. Third in the lineup for the Mustangs is first baseman number 20, Cale Herrera. The cleanup hitter for the Mustangs is designated hitter number 25, Nate Baker. In the 5-hole is second baseman number 13, Seth Cranmer. Batting sixth is left fielder number 6, Zachariah Zapata. Jackson Zapata. Next in the lineup at the 7-hole is shortstop number 4, Yadriel Matos. Batting eighth is right fielder number 14, Nate Rodriguez. And in the 9-hole and behind the plate at the top of each inning is number 16, Luke Janke. The starting pitcher for the Mustangs and fielding for Nate Baker is number 7, Arnulfo Martinez. And the Mustangs are managed by head coach Will King. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please stand and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Play ball. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we want to remind you that we are webcasting the game. Some of you may be listening to me online right now. We appreciate you tuning in. Whether you are here in person or whether you are watching online, we do ask that you please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are at 498 subscribers as of when I looked last night. We'd like to get to 500 before spring break. That would put us well on our way to the 1,000 that we need to become a YouTube partner channel. Once we become a YouTube partner, then when you watch these videos, it starts to make money for the school, even if you don't pay any money yourself. Just by the ads that show up on the side of the screen or before the video, those ads will generate revenue for Wekiva rather than just generating revenue for YouTube. But we have to get to 1,000 subscribers first, and you can help us to do that. It is absolutely free. Just pull out your phone right now, go to YouTube, search for Wekiva Sports, and tap the little red subscribe button. And if you are watching us online right now, don't be a freeloader. Go ahead and tap that subscribe button, and you'll go ahead and let your affiliation be known, and you'll also be helping us to get toward our subscriber goal. We appreciate your help, and make sure your friends and family at home and across the world know that if they're not able to get here for this early 4:15 start, that they can watch online. Again, youtube.com. The channel is Wekiva Sports. Works on your favorite computer, mobile device, or even on the big screen on a smart TV. If you have friends and family who are not in a position right now to watch a full-fledged live stream, maybe they're in a position where they can't have audio playing or something like that, but they'd still like to see the live scoreboard, they can just get a simple copy of the scoreboard by going to wekivamustangs.com/scoreboard. We feed all of our home games live to the internet. It's always the same address. The site is smart enough to figure out which sport it needs to be showing. So you just go to wekivamustangs.com/scoreboard. It will figure out that we're playing a baseball game. It'll put a big baseball scoreboard up on your screen, and you can follow along that way too. And once again, as we enter the top of the first inning, the leadoff hitter for the Titans is right fielder number 5, Alex Britton. And once again, a warm welcome to those of you joining us for our webcast. Second pitch will strike the batter. Britton walks to first. Next at the plate for the Titans, left fielder number 23, Richie Lakes. Britton is safe at second on the steal. 1-0 count at the plate. Second pitch is high, bounces over the catcher, and that'll be another extra base for Britton. Three pitches in a row proved tough to catch for Janke. This one, though, he's able to reel in without any damage being done, as the runner wisely decides not to come home. Once again, welcome to Mustang Field. Mark Parchi, the voice of the Mustangs, here with you for this Thursday afternoon baseball contest. This is the second to last event before we head out for spring break. We've got a volleyball game coming up later tonight, which will also be between the Mustangs and the Titans. So two different sets of Wekiva and Olympia fans joining us this afternoon. Lakes walks to first. Next to the plate for the Titans, shortstop, number 15, Jeslyn Whitehead. Strike at the plate. Lakes successfully steals second. That puts runners at 2 and 3 with an 0-1 count at the plate. Swinging strike for an 0-2 count. Curveball curves a little too much for a ball. 1-2. High ball brings up a 2-2 count. Another high fastball brings up a full count for Whitehead. Martinez records the strikeout to put one away for the Titans. Next at the plate, first baseman, number 19, Nathaniel Martinez. First pitch is high and over Martinez's head for ball one. Second pitch fouled away, 1-1. Pitch number 3 in the dirt brings up a 2-1 count. Curveball slides outside the strike zone, but Martinez will chase it for a foul. That makes it 2-2. That one's going to be in play, and it's going to drop right onto second base and put the Titans on the board. Nathaniel Martinez picks up an RBI single. He's safe at first. Lakes on to third. Britton scores. Next at the plate, designated hitter number 24, Josh Placencia. Curveball slides out of the corner of the strike zone. 1-1. High fastball. Put up a 2-1 count. Almost swung at that one, but thought better of it. That'll bring up a 3-1 count. Low pitch would have been a stolen base anyway, but it's a walk. Placencia walks to first, and that will load up the bases. For third baseman number 10, Brendan Riley. That one's in play and it drops for a hit. It's going to score a run as well on a single. Might score two, and it does. Riley picks up a 2 RBI single into left field. Runners now at 1 and 2 for catcher number 11, Mason Wilson. Second pitch outside for ball 2. Pitch number 3 is low as well. Brings up a 3-0 count. Two strikes in a row bring up a full count as Martinez tries to battle back from an early deficit. Wilson walks to first and is replaced by courtesy runner Nico Banez. Next at the plate, center fielder number 12, Chase Dunlap. Dunlap safe at first, all runners advance, and that'll score a run. Next at the plate, second baseman number 16, Ivan Sanchez. Sacrifice fly is caught in left field by the Mustangs, Jackson Zapata. That will score a run, though, for the Titans and put 2 away. They return to the top of the card now with right fielder number 5, Alex Britton. Britton immediately puts it in play. Fly catch is made for the Mustangs. Again by left fielder Zapata, and that will take us to the middle of the first inning. In that half inning, the Titans scored 5 runs on 2 hits with 1 Mustang error, leaving 2 on base, and the score now stands 5-0 at the end of the first half inning. As we enter the bottom of the first inning, leadoff hitter for the Mustangs once again is center fielder number 1, Alex Mora. First pitch is a low outside curveball for ball 1. Morrow swing at that one. It's between the fielders and it's going to drop for a hit. Alex Mora finds a sweet spot in left center field for a single. He's safe at first. Next to the plate for the Mustangs, third baseman number 21, Zach Engelbarger. Another good look here, and the line drive is going to drop. And it's going to go all the way to the back fence for an extra base. Will he get home? Yes! Mara slides into home, picking up 3 bases on the RBI double by Engelbarger. Next to the plate for the Mustangs, first baseman number 20, Cale Herrera. Herrera thought about it, but I thought better of it as the curveball slides out of the strike zone, making it a 1-1 count. High fastball will make it a 2-1 count. Engelbarger barely manages to slide back to second. Fortunately, he'll have a week off to do laundry. Still a 2-1 count at the plate. The swing is a little late and inside. 2-2. Harding records a strikeout, 1 away for the Mustangs. Next at the plate, designated hitter number 25, Nate Baker. Baker tries to step out of the way, thinking it's well inside, but it's still going to get called a strike. 0-1. Baker gets 2 in a row on him. Third pitch is in the dirt. Baker knows better. 1-2. Enkelbarger trudges back to second. As Harding gives him a look. That one's in play, and it's going to be at least a single. Fumbled by the left fielder, not enough to get any extra bases, though. Baker singles on a low line drive into left field. He's safe at first. Runners now at 1 and 3. For second baseman, number 13, Seth Cranmer. We'll pause for a quick timeout. Titans clearly troubled by the fact that they've retired just one of the Mustangs' first 4 batters. Curveball slides outside for ball 1. High fastball makes it a 2-0 count. Harding pauses to give Baker a look. Third pitch away. It's a high fastball, and it makes for ball 3. And it'll be 4 straight balls. Cranmer walks to first, and that will load up the bases with 1 away for left fielder number 6, Jackson Zapata. Curveball is low and outside to bring up a 1-1 count.
And a wild pitch is going to score a run. High fastball. And that'll bring up a full count. Two fouls in a row as Zapata fights to stay alive here with a full count against him. Goes for the shortstop. Play made at first, but it still scores a run.
Play is made from Whitehead to Martinez for the 6-3 ground out. Baker still scores, though. Two away for the Mustangs. Next at the plate will be shortstop, number 4, Yadriel Matos.
Matos picks up a ball to start. Allen drops right into the middle for a 1-1 count as Matos watches it sail by. This one's going to drop, and it's going to be an RBI single.
Matos picks up an RBI single with a low line drive into right field. He's safe at first. Scores a run. Next at the plate, right fielder, number 14, Nate Rodriguez.
Back, and caught.
The catch is made in left field by Lakes, and that will take us to the end of the first inning. In that half inning, the Mustangs scored 4 runs on 4 hits with no errors by the Titans and leaving one on base. And the score now 5-4 in a relatively high-scoring game at the end of 1 inning. As we enter the top of the second inning, the Titans begin in the second position of their lineup with left fielder number 23, Lakes.
And Martinez opens with a strike. Fastball is just outside for 1-1. It's going to drop.
Richie Lakes triples with a low line drive deep into right center field. He's safe at third. Next to the plate, shortstop number 15, Jocelyn Whitehead.
First pitch is fouled out of play. 0-1. High outside fastball will bring up a 1-1 count for Martinez. Low pitch goes straight to the third baseman. Make sure his runner is under control.
Zach Engelbarger makes the play to Cale Herrera for the 5-3 ground out. One away for the Titans. Next to the plate, first baseman number 19, Nathaniel Martinez.
Martinez versus Martinez. And we'll start off with a strike. Second pitch will draw a strong swing. The swing is late and the ball is inside. 0-2. Back, and it drops.
Martinez with an RBI double. He's safe at second, scores the run. Next at the plate, DH number 24, Josh Placencia.
How you doing? I'm all right. Second pitch is a curveball that falls outside. That'll bring up a 1-1 count. Third pitch away, it's a fastball, finds the inside edge. It's called a ball. 2-1. Another curve falls out of the strike zone, and it's a 3-1 count. Fouled out of play, the way of first base, full count. And Martinez will convince Plasencia to chase this one for a strikeout.
Martinez records a swinging strikeout. 2 away for the Titans. Next at the plate, third baseman number 10, Brendan Riley.
Anytime you want to start talking, just let me know. Outside fastball will open Riley with a 1-0 count. And a pass ball is going to result in an extra base. Another pitch in the dirt, and that will bring up ball 3. That one's right down the middle. Can't blame him for not swinging at it when you're leading the count by 3-0. But it's called strike.
How many outs? Is there 2 outs?
Yeah.
I'll come in next.
And an outside fastball.
Riley walks to first, runners at 1 and 3 now. Next to the plate, catcher number 11, Mason Wilson.
Curveball finds the bottom corner of the strike zone, 0-1.
That's Crander on the mound?
No, Martinez.
Kim. Oh, these are the position numbers.
Ground ball is going to result in a hit and RBI.
Wilson with an RBI single grounder to left center field. That'll score 1.
Runners still at 1 and 3. Next at the plate will be center fielder number 12, Chase Dunlap, as the Mustangs pause for a timeout.
Thank you. Oh, it's so hard to see with this bright sunlight on the computer. I can push that very easy. Thank you. No, I appreciate it.
All right, we fixed that logo for you at the bottom of the screen. Thanks for texting in and letting us know we missed that one. That was from softball yesterday, and the sun is so bright here. Sun's so bright here at Mustang Field that it's often difficult to see on our own preview monitor what we're putting out there, so we appreciate you letting us know about that. An opportunity for a fly catch, and it is made.
Fly catch made in right field by Nate Rodriguez, and that'll take us to the middle of the second. Titans pick up 2 runs on 1 hit with no Mustang errors, leaving 2 on base. And the score now 7-4 at the end of an inning and a half. As we enter the bottom of the second inning, the Mustangs will begin at the 9th position in the lineup with catcher number 16, Luke Janke. And it drops. All the way to the back fence. Janke picks up a double to open up the bottom of the second.
Double.
Next at the plate, the Mustangs return to the top of the card with center fielder number 1, Alex Mora.
And we welcome to the broadcast my good friend and colleague from the Apopka Chief, Neil Fisher.
Well, thanks again, Mark. It's good to be here. Of course, we've spent the last 3-4 months indoors covering basketball and highlighted by the girls' basketball team winning the state championship. It's always nice to come outside here when spring rolls around. And, of course, as you mentioned last inning, we have a high-scoring affair here. 10 runs been put up on the board and not even 2 innings completed. Not even 2 innings completed. But I would like to point out, 4 games so far, Wekiva, of course, has yet to win. Their biggest issue has been the hitting. They've only been able to put up 5 runs in those 4 games. So certainly, Coach King mentioned that was at the top of the need to improve list. And looks like his team's taking it to heart, at least there in the early going. And of course, I also like to point out too, Mark, if you're not out there, any of you out there, did not follow Wekiva last year. They only won, I believe it was 3 games, and they lost 16 games by at least 3 runs. So coming in to this season, the buzzword, or the key word, I guess you could say, was competitiveness. Wekiva certainly has been much more competitive in this season, and Coach King pointed out that, at least in the general sense, tangibly, they've been much more competitive because they have not given up the big inning. Most of those games that they lost last year by at least 3 runs featured at least 1 inning in which they gave up at least 5 runs. And of course, you don't have to be the proverbial baseball or softball guru to understand that when you give up 5-6 innings, you're playing from behind, and that's a very difficult position to overcome. So as we get into the second inning here, of course, Wekiva, scoring opportunity they created for themselves, getting a runner over at second base on the leadoff double. So the question now is, can the top of the order make good on that scoring opportunity? And of course, tangibly, as far as and also the game, certainly you need this run to cut the lead back down to 1. High and outside there. Good job by Inkelberg to lay off of that. Of course, Inkelberg is a senior this year, 4 years in the program.
Harding here gives the old stink eye to Laster on second. That one's fouled out of play to hold the count at 2 strikes.
Yeah, another job laying off a ball which came across the play, curved across it there.
Brings up a 2-2 count. Harding will make Laster do laundry this weekend.
Yeah, certainly keeping an eye out there on Isaac. Isaac doing a good job, though, of keeping that pressure on the pitcher as he's supposed to.
Another out-of-play foul. Engelbarger stays alive with a 2-2 count. And they're going to say that Engelbarger went for that one, and the pitch was dropped, but it was an easy tag for the catcher. So Harding records the strikeout. Next to the plate for the Mustangs, first baseman number 20, Cale Herrera.
Yeah, unfortunately, Engelbarger got a little too excited there. He probably knew it was a bad pitch. Well, Wekiva's going to catch a break here on a pass ball. Curveball, which curved too much right in front of the catcher. Of course, now there's 2 outs. So we need a base hit here, or another pass ball, or wild pitch.
So that sets up a 2-0 count. Herrera not interested in that one, but it is going to get called in the low outside corner of the strike zone. On the curve, it brings up 2-1.
Olympia now, of course, with 2 outs, is playing medium depth, average fielding.
That one bounces to the shortstop, and sure enough, 6-3 ground out.
Made on the throw from Whitehead to Martinez. The run will not score, and that will take us to the end of the second inning. In that half inning, the Mustangs will score no runs on one hit with no errors by the Titans, leaving one on base, and the score stands at 7-4 at the end of 2 innings. As we enter the top of the 3rd inning, the Titans begin in the 9th position of the lineup with second baseman number 16, Ivan Sanchez. Martinez will record a swinging strikeout. One away for the Titans. They now return to the top of the card with right fielder number 5, Alex Britton.
So, best possible start to the inning there, Mark, getting the strikeout. Of course, Wekiva's down by 2 runs here, so, 3 runs. It's 7-4. So you can't really let that lead get any more.
No, I was worried at first when we got to the end of the first inning. I'm like, oh my gosh, we're going to have a football score by the time we finish here. That one's fouled out of play to the visitor dugout, bringing up a 1-1 count.
Perfect weather out here, by the way, Mark.
Yeah, sun's a little toasty at our backs, but a little bit of a cool breeze. Mostly clear, beautiful day for baseball here on the last day, headed into spring break. That one is going to be a grounder that heads into left field, and that'll be a single.
Yeah, hit it right in the hole there between first and second. Nice piece of hitting.
Britton singles to right field, and he's safe at first. Next to the plate is left fielder number 23, Richie Lakes.
So nice piece of hitting there by Britton, going with pulling the pitch to the right side there in between the first and second baseman. He's got a pretty good lead as well there against Martinez.
Second pitch away, and they're going to say that one fell a little too fast. Making it 1-1.
And now, as he comes back tonight, how do you expect Duke to look different?
That one is high, and will it fall fair? Yes, it will. Right fielder not able to get there in time.
Lakes doubles deep into right field, and he is safe at second, pushes Britton on to third. Next at the plate for the Titans, shortstop number 15, Jocelyn Whitehead.
So definitely need to come up with an out here. Martinez has pitched fairly well. Fortunately, to be honest, he's just outmanned. Ball doesn't curve quite as well as he'd like to on that last pitch. That's been the story of every hit that he's given up.
Yeah, I've gotten him at 31 balls and 28 strikes so far.
Now, Wekiva did catch a break there with that ball hit into right field. Britton had to stop about halfway between first and second to make sure it wasn't caught, and so Britton was not able to go all the way around to home plate. It also slowed down Lakes as well. Of course, you can't pass the runner in front of you, so he had to stop as well, Lakes being the he.
Yeah, that ambiguity definitely favored the Mustangs.
The bad news is now, of course, there's runners at second and third, and you got the middle of the lineup at the plate.
And this is just what the Mustangs did not need. A wild pitch is going to score a run.
Yeah, and it also moves the runner over to third, so Still a second opportunity here to score more.
Yeah, Martinez has certainly overall done well for the Mustangs in these first 3 innings, but the challenge we've been having so far has been one of consistency. And a pass ball is going to score another run.
So, you know, in every sport, Mark, it doesn't seem to matter, but the term self-inflicted wounds or injuries seem to come up a lot when it comes to the difference between winning and losing.
Yeah, so of the last 2 pitches, I'll give one of them as a wild pitch and the other as a pass ball. The most recent pitch certainly wasn't a great one, but was fieldable.
Yeah, and again, the runners getting to second and third, that was of Olympia's doing, but the actual scoring of the runs coming from third to home, that was Wekiva's doing. Basically, as the old saying goes, shooting themselves in the foot there with a couple of bad pitches.
And now Whitehead will walk to first. Next to the plate will be first baseman number 19, Nathaniel Martinez.
But first, these words from Coach King.
So, Mark, got off to a good start. As a matter of fact, as we said, about as well as it could be with the strikeout. Unfortunately, like we said, a single, double, and then a walk have followed. Martinez has just completely lost his stuff here. And now we're going to see a pitching change.
Now on the pitcher's mound for the Mustangs, number 8, Brendan Greenwood.
So this first pitch is going to be extremely critical here. Obviously, you want to get off to a good start, but given that Olympia is now on a roll with 3 straight batters reaching base, that becomes even more important, and have a pass ball there. Worst possible situation. Runner again in scoring position for Olympia.
Yeah, and if you're wondering why you hear absolute silence every time we have a break between half innings or during a pitching change, it's because we have to cut the sound off so that YouTube does not overhear copyrighted music playing in the background, because we can get in trouble for that. So don't worry, we haven't lost you.
Martinez with an RBI single to left field, and he is safe at second on the throw. Next to the plate, designated hitter number 24, Josh Placencia.
So, Mark, what was a one-run deficit has ballooned to 6 here. 5 runs been pushed across home plate by Olympia. And again, inning started off as well as possible with a strikeout. And then a couple of base hits there, a single and a double, got Olympia rolling, and they were further assisted by some self-inflicted wounds by Wekiva. We've had a couple of pass balls and a wild pitch. And we got yet another ball that gets by the catcher.
Yeah, I didn't get too far, but I got far enough to make an opportunity to move the runner from second to third.
Unfortunately, in that particular case, the ball went straight on a 90-degree angle to the right of Janke, and it took him a couple seconds to be able to locate it. Again, as you mentioned, Mark, that wasn't so much an issue of where the ball went. It was just it took Janke long enough to be able to find the ball.
3-1 the count at the plate. And that curveball dips too far to the outside.
Placencia walks to first next to the plate. Third baseman number 10, Brendan Riley.
And now the streak of batters reaching base has reached 5. Greenwood giving up a couple of walks here to the first 2 batters. Excuse me, a single and a walk. Bottom line is that the streak has continued.
Greenwood coaxes a swinging strike out here to bring up an 0-1 count. And excuse me, we actually had, it looks like, no, that is Riley at the plate, as we are in the 6th position of the lineup.
Oh, and Olympia still has opportunity to put some more runs on the board. Only 1 out here with runners at first and third.
Outside ball brings up 1-1. High and outside for ball 2.
So, Mark, I know, of course, we are at the baseball game today, but since it is spring sports, just wanted to also bring up, too, keep an eye on the flag football team. They're off to a 3-0 start after making the state semis last year.
Indeed, and they are they continue to be ranked in the top 5 consistently by Florida high school football. And we expect that to continue as this one gets fouled away outside the first base line for a 2-2 count.
So they're coming off a 31-6 victory over Apopka. I believe they are now scored over 100 points total, giving up only 12 points. So.
Yeah, so this is another year. I mean, once again, it's really not until you get into the regional and particularly the state tournament that you find some really deadly programs out there. So Coach Butts is going to have to do everything he can to find tough competition and work the girls hard during practice as he prepares for the postseason. Of course, the Mustangs, the defending regional champions, and here we're going to get a fly catch.
Shortstop Yadriel Matos will put an out on the board for the Mustangs on the fly catch.
And Matos there did a nice job of calling out for that ball.
2 away for the Titans. Next up, catcher number 11, Mason Wilson.
So, did exactly what a shortstop's supposed to do in that situation. Basically quarterbacking it, letting the outfielders know that he has the ball. It's his ball. Again, I bring that up because that's the kind of mistake Wekiva would have made last year, which led to the big inning, as we talked about last inning.
And plenty of time here, and it is indeed.
Foul out catch made for the Mustangs by Cale Herrera, and that will take us to the middle of the third.
Ladies and gentlemen, we once again want to remind you that we are live streaming this game and as many home games as we can this season. So if you have friends and family who are not able to join us in person, or if you yourself want to go watch a replay of the game later, just look on our YouTube channel, Wekiva Sports, and make sure you subscribe while we are there. We are so close to 500 subscribers, you can help us get there before spring break.
Nate Baker opens up the bottom of the third inning for the Mustangs in the fourth position of the lineup.
So, of course, Wekiva has their work cut out for them. Not just the fact that they're down by 6 runs here, but they gave up a pretty big inning there. 4 runs. It was only a 2-run lead. And now all the momentum is with Olympia. So again, Olympia did do some good things there. They started that rally of their own accord, getting a single and a double. But Wekiva certainly, what probably should have only been a couple runs, ballooned to 2 with a couple of pass balls and a wild pitch. Self-inflicted wounds, and now Wekiva has to overcome those here.
Baker works his way back to a full count. Pitch away, Baker doesn't want it, and he'll take a leisurely stroll to first.
Baker walks to first, and next up for the Mustangs is second baseman, number 13, Seth Cranmer.
So Wekiva getting off to a good start here, getting a man on base.
Called strike on the outside edge to open up the at-bat for Cranmer.
It's Cranmer. It's Cranmer.
Yeah.
You said Cranmer.
Cranmer.
It's not Dustin Hoffman.
Another called strike for Cranmer. 0-2. Third pitch away, Cranmer thought about it, then decided it was too far outside, and he's right. 1-2. Titans thought that one was in the strike zone, but it's going to be ruled that the curve fell a little bit too far outside.
Yes.
2-2.
To quote Harry Doyle, Bob Uecker, just a bit outside.
Another one in about the same place. This one will get called, though. Harding records the strikeout looking. One away for the Mustangs. Next to the plate for Wekiva, left fielder, number 6, Zapata.
So mistake there by Cramner. You know, Mark, you just can't let the refs or the umpires determine it. If you got 2 strikes, you got to swing at anything's close, even just foul it off. In that case, as you mentioned, the ump gave Cramner the ball the first time. The second time, though, as they say, he went to the well one too many times.
Another curve falls low and outside. 2-0. That one's right down the middle, and it's swatted foul of the third base line for a 2-1 count. That one started high, but it fell into the strike zone, and now we're looking at a 2-2 count.
Certainly caught Zapata there off guard. Froze. Whoa!
That curve is way off target, and it's a wild pitch. Baker takes a free base.
Yeah, that last pitch put the word wild in wild pitch.
Another one close to the same spot. This one at least comes under control, but it's still an easy walk.
Zapata walks to first next to the plate for the Mustangs. Shortstop, number 4, Yadriel Matos.
So when I talked to Coach King a couple days ago, talking about the first 4 games of the season, he specifically mentioned Matos, talked about his leadership. He's been very vocal, been establishing or setting the tone of playing with a lot of energy. Certainly Wekiva needs him now, trailing by 6 runs here. They obviously need him to get on base.
Yeah, and here the Titan coaching staff having a little conference with Harding as he has put 2 runners on so far this inning. And the pitching starting to get a little wobbly. And it looks like we're going to call somebody up here from the bullpen.
That's number 14, Mark.
Coming in as a relief pitcher for Harding is number 14, Jacob Drury.
And we'll pause and let him warm up. Once again, we have to silence your audio since we're going to play some music here at the ballpark. And we'll be back with you in a minute.
Once again at the plate for the Mustangs, number 4, Adriel Matos.
So, Mark, a bit unusual here, at least as far as Olympia is concerned. Neither of the pitchers made it out of the third inning. In fact, both of them only went 2 1/3.
Yeah, in fairness, though, we did go around the lineup card a little bit more than usual. Well, it's all kind of related. So even though they only made it 2 1/3 innings each, they still threw probably 4 or 5 innings worth of pitches in that amount of time. Matos opens with a 1-1. Excuse me, 2-1 count here, so he's ahead by 1. And boy, Baker was lucky there. If that had been thrown cleanly, he might have been in trouble, but the throw was a little bit left of the second baseman, and again, all Matos really, the only consequence, for Baker, the only consequence there is having to do laundry this weekend. Fouled away for a 2-2 count. Today, of course, the end of the third marking period, and the Mustangs and Titans seem determined to make today last as long as possible. Matos takes one for the team here. Matos advances to first. That puts runners at 1 and 2. Next in the Mustang lineup, we turn to right fielder number 14, Nate Rodriguez.
Yes, Mark, and as if right on cue, Matos got hit as soon as you mentioned this being a long game, the day being extended here.
Golovin with a called strike against Rodriguez for an 0-1 count. For those of you just tuning in, we actually started this game 15 minutes earlier than it was scheduled. It was scheduled for a 4:30 start. We actually got going around 4:15. First pitch probably more like 4:20, 4:25.
Rodriguez picks up a RBI single, make it 2 RBIs, and make it a double on the throw.
So Mark talked about not only needing to get back to finding that groove they had in the first quarter, in the first inning there, Wekiva that is, just simply from the tangible standpoint being down 6, but just to reestablish some semblance of being able to hit the ball, get some momentum and confidence. Certainly that's what we've come up with here. And there's still runners in scoring position, so an opportunity to further cut that lead.
Now at the plate for the Mustangs, number 16, Luke Janke.
And good alertness here by Rodriguez to take second base on the throw. That's part of the game that the coaches always stress, getting that extra base here.
Fastball catches the outside corner of the strike zone, 1-2. Titans like that pitch, umpire didn't. 2-2.
And by the way, that single by Rodriguez, that's actually the first hit of the inning. Olympia talked about last inning because Wekiva was making the mistakes, but Olympia's made some self-destructive mistakes in this inning, and here comes another.
Pass ball will score a run and leave a full count on the board.
So Wekiva has now scored 3 runs with the benefit of only 1 hit. Make that 2 hits.
Jay picks up an RBI single.
The Mustangs now return to the top of the card with center fielder number 1, Alex Mora. And as a courtesy runner at first, number 3, Isaac Laster.
I believe this is the second time we've seen Laster out there pinch running. So another good piece of hitting here. The 2 hits have actually come from the number 8 and 9 hitters in this inning. Or at the bottom of the 2 hits in this inning have come from the number 8 and 9 hitters. Both of them hitting the ball, going to the opposite field. Inside out swinging, getting that ball into the right side of the field.
So keep in mind that we are still not halfway through this game. At the end of this, we'll be 3/7 of the way through the game. So we're trending toward if nothing else were to change, we're trending toward a 20-16, maybe 22. Like we're thinking about a football score here by the time we're done, if nothing changes. This one's fouled away down the third base line, 2-1.
So, yeah, and again, Mark, both teams have come. They've brought their big bats to for this game, but they've also been helped out tremendously by a number of self-destructive mistakes.
Yeah, inconsistent pitching on both programs from both pitchers. As a high fastball here will put Mora ahead of the count 3-1. Mora thought he was going to get a walk off of that, but it's called the curve just inside for a strike. 3-2.
Yeah, too close to the plate there. You're usually not going to get that call.
I mean, I don't blame him for not swinging to that one. Wasn't his pitch that far ahead in the count. And now he'll swinging strikeout.
Drury records a swinging strikeout, 2 away for the Mustangs. Next at the plate, third baseman number 21, Zach Hinkelbarger.
And Wekiva had gotten 4 consecutive batters on base before that strikeout. So speaking of strikeouts, Hinkelbarger struck out the last time he was up to bat.
Swinging strike will add to the count to make it 1-1.
Of course, Hinkelbarger faced Harding, the original starter for Olympia, the last time he came up to bat.
Hinkelbarger a lefty here, and he picks up an outside ball, 2-1. Unsuccessful pick attempt at first. Still 2-2 at the plate.
Inkelberger fouling that ball off. Again, nice pitch there. But Inkelberger doing a nice job of, even better job of just getting a piece of it, spoiling the ball.
And Inkelberger will chop at that inside curve.
Swinging strikeout recorded, and that will put us to the end of the third inning. And the Mustangs are up to 8 runs on 7 hits so far today, with no Titan errors. A score 10-8 at the end of 3. Dunlap flies out to left field, and then Sanchez picks up a single grounder to left field. He's safe at first. Next to the plate, we return to the top of the card with right fielder number 5, Alex Britton.
So a quick start to the inning there, Mark.
Yeah, Neil, by the time we got caught up with all the scoreboards pointing in the right direction, we already had one batter out and another batter with a hit.
So just a quick notice here too, a quick note, that strikeout on Inkelberger, which ended the last inning, that was actually the same pitch which got him on the previous at-bat.
Yeah, and so we have a 10-8 score at the end of 3 innings. Very high scoring game. This one is an inside curve, and they are going to call it a strike. bringing up a 1-1 count as the sun starts. You can see the shadows getting longer there on the field. Fortunately, we are in daylight savings time now, and that means that we get an extra hour to wrap this one up. If we were not in daylight savings time, we would be very much in trouble here fighting daylight, having made only this much progress after nearly 2 hours of play. Greenwood picks up another strike called here to go ahead on the count 1-2.
So
Britton fouls that one away to keep it at a 1-2 count.
So Wekiva is certainly in a much better position than they were an inning ago, cutting that lead up back down to 2 runs. Certainly, they'll need to minimize the damage here. Another opportunity to keep that lead within, I'd say, 3 runs here when they come up to bat.
Not that way, though. Britton takes one on the shoulder there, and Britton walks to first.
Next to the plate is left fielder number 23, Richie Lakes.
Of course, Lakes doubled the last time he was up, following a single by Britton. Olympia scored 4 runs in the last inning, and it got started, that explosion got started with a single by Britton and then a double by Lakes. And that's when Greenwood came in.
We'll open here with a strike, a called strike on a curveball. Now it's going to go back and go high, and it is out of play, foul. Stays fair. Opportunity to score a run here, maybe 2. And the Mustangs are able to bring it under control, giving up just 1.
Come on, Chester, barrel one up. Let's go.
Lakes with a double grounder just fair of the first baseline. And he'll pick up an RBI there as well. Runners at 2 and 3 now for shortstop number 15, Jeslyn Whitehead.
So Britton Lakes continue to do damage to the Wekiva pitching. Last time up, Whitehead drew a walk. He eventually wound up scoring as well.
Fouled down the third base line. 2 strikes on the board. Curveball just a bit outside, 1-2.
That's the kind of pitch that you want to see your pitcher make with an 0-2 count there. Try to induce the hitter to chase it just far enough outside. Can't do any damage.
That one goes up, and it's ripe for picking, and it is picked.
Cale Herrera with a fly catch at first. 2 away. Next to the plate, first baseman number 19, Nathaniel Martinez.
So that's actually the first time that Whitehead has been retired today.
I'll check.
High infield fly there. Whoa, got a bit hairy there. Matoso making the catch.
Manos makes the catch, and that will take us to the middle of the fourth.
10 or 11? 11? Okay. You know what it is? I keep forgetting that the first time I hit the run button in an inning, it changes it from blank to 0. So I have to hit it twice. There we go.
And as we've reached the middle of the fourth inning, the Titans now have 11 runs on 10 hits with 1 Mustang error so far cumulatively. And the score now stands 11-8 after 3.5. The Mustangs open the bottom of the fourth inning. In the third position of the lineup with first baseman number 20, Cale Herrera.
So Mark, Wekiva needed to minimize the damage. They did that, gave themselves an opportunity here to cut back into that lead. I believe 1 run, that's the lowest amount given up through the first 3 innings by Wekiva.
That one nearly in the dirt to bring up a 2-2 count.
So looking here too at last inning, Wekiva did score 3 runs, but all 3 outs. Actually, 4 runs were scored, but there were 3 outs recorded. All 3 outs came by the strikeout.
Play is made from Sanchez to Martinez, 1 away. Next to the plate for Wekiva, designated hitter number 25, Nate Baker.
Nate Baker, the big man with the big bat. He'll start with the ball.
So as we talked about, Mark, at the beginning of the game, Wekiva had been having a lot of trouble with getting the offense going. Certainly they've changed that trend today, putting up an 8 spot here with half the game.
Baker didn't like that pitch. So it's a called strike. That one he will swing at and fouls it directly into the catcher's grill. 2-2. Going for a curve there, a little too aggressive on it though. Falls well low of the strike zone. 3-2. Baker fouls it away to stay alive. Still a full count.
Baker drawing a walk, leading off the last inning. He eventually scored as well, got that 4-run inning started. And we're going to have a repeat here.
Yeah, a low one, and he didn't want that one, so
Baker walks to first.
one out, right?
Now at the plate for the Mustangs, Seth Cranmer.
Good work by the catcher there to pull that one in, but it's a ball at the plate, 1-1. Bounce foul for a 1-2 count.
Ball just barely stays in play as Martinez chases it down for a foul out two-way. Next to the plate, left fielder number 6, Zapata.
So as much as I hate to admit it, Mark, that was a very nice play there by Martinez, keeping his eye on the ball. And of course, that does play a role in getting off the field for Olympia here.
And the fielder's choice is made at second base. The throw from Sanchez to Whitehead, and that will take us to the end of the 4th inning. So far, the Mustangs still with 8 runs on 7 hits and no errors. None additional picked up in that half inning. And the score remains 11-8 at the end of 4. As we enter the top of the 5th inning, checking into the lineup for the Titans, number 20, Sebastian Martinez.
And Greenwood will open with a called strike against him. For those of you keeping score at home, that's right, we have 3 Martinezes on the diamond today. We have Arnolfo for the Mustangs, and then we have Nathaniel and Sebastian for the Titans. Fouled away down the first baseline for an 0-2 count. That one looks like it may drop. Is it fair? Yes, it is. Gonna get extra bases off of that.
Martinez deep down the third base line for the double. He's safe at second. Next at the plate, third baseman number 10, Brendan Riley.
So Olympia continues to go to the opposite field, inside-outside hitting. And they have an opportunity to reestablish the lead here at least 4 runs. Ooh, bunt. We haven't seen this today, and it's a nice one, too.
Riley with a successful bunt. He's safe at first. Advances the runner to third. 1-3 up now for number 11 of the Titans, the catcher, Mason Wilson.
So again, Inkelberger was not expecting that bunt there. He was playing in the middle of the infield and just could not get to the ball quick enough.
Play is made from Cranmer to Herrera, but it will still score a run for an RBI. One away now for the Titans, and next at the plate for them is number 12, the center fielder, Chase Dunlap.
Yeah, and again, good hitting there, this time by Wilson, Mark. Hit it to the opposite side of the field to get that runner back home. And now we're going to have a wild pitch here. Again, self-destructive mistakes. Olympia's certainly done their share of creating opportunities. But Wekiva certainly has helped out by committing a number of self-destructive mistakes here. I believe that's the 5th wild pitch or pass ball in this game. Whoa!
Line out is caught by Inkelbarger. 2 away.
And Inky there, Inkelbarger. Nice job out in the field. Textbook coverage of a line drive. Got down on his knees and got in front of the ball. Again, just like you're supposed to. In that case, even if you don't catch it, you keep the ball in front and you give yourself the opportunity to get that out.
Next at the plate, second baseman number 16, Ivan Sanchez.
So opportunity here for Wekiva to get out of the inning, holding the damage to just 1 run mark. Leads only 4 runs now. Certainly looked like it was going to be a lot more here after the first 2 batters in this inning.
Foul brings up a 0-2 count. Curveball is just outside for a 1-2 count.
And so, Wekiva once again limits the damage to just 1 run. Great pitching there by Greenwood after giving up hits to start the inning.
And with the strikeout by Greenwood, that takes us to the middle of the 5th. And the Titans contained to 1 run in that inning. They're up to 12 runs on 12 hits with 1 Mustang error so far. Through 4.5, they lead 12-8. And ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the middle of the 5th inning, and you know what that means. It's time for the 5th inning stretch, so stand up, stretch your legs, and join us now for Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Take me out to the ball game, take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back, for it's root for the Mustangs. If they don't win, it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. The Mustangs open the bottom of the 5th. In the 7th position in the lineup with shortstop number 4, Yadriel Matos.
So, Mark, Wekiva's done a nice job of limiting the damage, keeping that lead from growing like it did there in the 1st and 2nd innings. Nonetheless, time is running short. Only a couple more innings here, actually 3. Not only does Wekiva have to score some runs, but they have to score 4 while holding Olympia scoreless themselves.
Jacob Drury records 3 consecutive strikes to put 1 away for the Mustangs. Next at the plate for Wekiva, right fielder, number 14, Nate Rodriguez.
So as you mentioned, Mark, Nate, 1 of 3 Rodriguez's out, or excuse me, 3 Martinez's today. Rodriguez actually singled last time, brought in the last 2 runs of the 3rd inning, and the last 2 that have been scored by Wekiva.
Good cut there by Rodriguez, but a little bit off the mark. Brings up a 2-1 count. Fastball catches the strike zone, making it 2-2.
Back-to-back strikeouts for Drury. 2 away for the Mustangs. Next to the plate for Wekiva, catcher number 16, Luke Janke.
And Drury has now retired 7 of the last 8 batters here. only giving up a walk to Baker the last inning. So, and let's see, 4 strikeouts among those 7 outs. So certainly he's found his rhythm. Wekiva's got his work cut out here if they're going to be able to mount a rally.
That swing will drop Shanky to 1-2. He'll swing at that one too.
And Drury puts 3 up and 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left on base. And the score remains 12-8 at the end of 5. As we enter the top of the 6th, we'll start at the first position in the lineup with right fielder number 5, Alex Britton.
Fastball is too far outside. It brings him a 1-2 count for Britton. That is going to drop. Britt makes it a Baker's dozen hits for the day for his team. He's safe at first on a line drive into right.
Next at the plate for the Titans, left fielder number 23, Richie Lakes. And now in as a relief pitcher for the Mustangs, number 9, Jason Cranmer. Down at the plate, Ricky Lakes. Pitch fouled out of play behind the third base. Cranmer continues to try to wear out Britton at first. Strike at the plate and a stolen base. Lakes picks up an RBI single into left field. He's safe at first and scores Britton. Next at the plate, shortstop number 15, Jeslyn Whitehead. Two bases earned on the wild pitch.
And a pass ball will score another run for the Titans. Two and one count at the plate. Outside fastball, make it 3-1. Center fielder can't get there in time. That one's going to drop for extra bases. Whitehead picks up 3 bases on a triple deep into left center field. Next at the plate, first baseman number 19, Nathaniel Martinez. And another errant pitch will bring home yet another run. Titans have an impressive number of hits today, but not impressive enough to explain the number of runs that are on the board. Outside curveball will bring up a 3-0 count. And that would have been a wild pitch, except there was nobody on base to take advantage of it. Martinez walks to first. Next at the plate, number 20, Sebastian Martinez. Play made from Kramer to Herrera. With a ground out, it advances the runner to second. And next at the plate for Olympia, third baseman, number 10, Brendan Riley. Riley picks up 2 bases for himself. Runners at 2 and 3 now on the double. Next at the plate, catcher, number 11, Mason Wilson. Of course, the saving grace for the Mustangs there was that the runner on second Nathaniel Martinez had to wait and see if that was going to be a fly catch or not before taking off from second base. That's the only reason he only made it to third and not all the way to home. Another foul ball, this one down the first base line. Count stays where it is at 1-2. That one heads towards center field, and it's caught. Will it be a sacrifice? Yes.
Fly catch is made in the center field for the Mustangs. Mara on the catch, but it'll be a sacrifice fly as it scores Martinez. Now at the plate for the Titans, number 12, the center fielder, Chase Dunlap. Dunlap with an RBI double into right field. Next at the plate, number 18, Mark Taquicio.
First pitch is in the dirt for ball one, and caught stealing at third base.
The throw is made from Janke to Engelberger.
And that will take us to the middle of the sixth inning as caught stealing at third. Titans out to a 17-8 lead at the end of 5.5.
Next to the plate for Wekiva, third baseman number 21, Sam Hickelberger. Just out of reach of the second baseman. Hickelberger with a grounder into right field. He's safe at first on the single. Next to the plate for the Mustangs, first baseman number 20, Cale Herrera. Fastball brings up a ball. And Drury will harass Hickelberger over at first again. Fouls it away out of play down the first base side for a 1-1 count. Third pitch away. And that one gets away from the catcher. Really a free base for Hickelberger. And I already have the diamond indicator wrong, so now it's right. Bottom of the screen. High fastball, and Herrera will swing at that one for strike two. Drop ball drops a little too fast, and it makes it a full count.
And an infield fly coming up, and it is safely caught there.
Whitehead on the fly catch at shortstop. One away for the Mustangs.
Wait, is that one or two?
Next at the plate for the Mustangs, designated hitter number 25, Nate Baker.
And so, Neil, as we have a runner at second, thanks to a grounder into right field, Mustangs, as I mentioned a moment ago, narrowly avoiding a 10-run rule as the differential stands at 9, meaning that we are definitely going to play all 7 innings of this ballgame.
Yeah, Mark, and it's been one of those games. Wekiva kept it close for about half the game. I know that might in itself seem like not a big deal. It might even seem like Wekiva is a bad team, but this is a game last year. They would have definitely have been mercy ruled. Olympia would have gotten that 10-run deficit by, I'd say, at least the 4th inning. So, again, as I mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, talking to Coach King a couple days ago, through the first 4 games he mentioned that while they haven't won any games, they are much more competitive. They've at least managed to give some semblance of an opportunity that they could win in each game after 5 innings. That was something that was not happening last year.
Yeah, so it certainly is a multi-year building effort for Wekiva. State championship may still be yet out of reach for a little while, but as I'm wearing a gold medal around my neck right now for the girls basketball team, they were recognized earlier today at the pep rally to wrap up the 3rd grading period as we head into spring break. We had the student-faculty basketball game, and we had a celebration of their state championship in the Wekiva gym, so that's why everybody has all of their celebratory paraphernalia out today. Baker singles with a line drive into right center field. He's safe at first. Runners at 1 and 3 now. Next to the plate for the Mustangs will be number 13, the second baseman, Seth Cranmer. Laster again at first.
So, opportunity here, Mark, for Wekiva to at least get some semblance of continuing to move in the right direction here. A run or two certainly would be that. Get up to a 9 or even a 10-run mark.
Yeah, certainly you can't fault Wekiva too badly on offense today. I mean, certainly there was some inconsistent pitching issues on both sides of the ball, and that included Olympia. But, you even with inconsistent pitching, you don't get 8 runs without having some idea of a good offense. And so the Mustangs had some good bats today. There are definitely some things they can take into spring break where they'll get a few days off and think about that. Safe at home and then out at second. So the run will score, put the Mustangs up to 9, and then the tag out at second will take us to the end of the 6th inning.
Well, I gotta take off.
All right, well, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, well, we When was the pep rally, by the way?
It was on an assembly schedule this afternoon, so like 1:30.
I was just wondering because no one said anything to us about it. So.
Who on earth is this?
As we enter the top of the 7th inning, Max Moya at the plate first for the Titans.
You do.
Although I guess you're in the same position as me, you don't actually work for the schools.
Right, so yeah, it's not really a break for me.
It's a partial break. I don't have any sub assignments for 10 days. So.
Little base hit, buddy.
And no games to cover, so. I'll tell your wife I said hello. All right. Here's your bunny.
Back, caught!
Alex Moore with a fly catch at center field, one away for the Titans. Next to the plate, number 6, Nico Banez.
And he'll open with a ball.
Banez with a single line drive into right center field. He's safe at first. Next to the plate, another entry into the lineup, number 1, Chris Olge.
He'll start with a ball.
Unassisted, put out at first by Herrera. 2 away now for the Titans. It puts a runner at second. Next to the plate for Olympia, shortstop number 15, Jeslyn Whitehead. Whitehead with a single RBI line drive into right field.
That'll score a run. He's safe at first.
Next to the plate for the Titans, first baseman number 19, Nathaniel Martinez. And as a pinch runner, Rafael Gomez.
Gomez advances to second on the passed ball, 1-1 at the plate. Swinging strike brings up a 2-2 count at the plate.
Base hit, bud.
Cranmer officially records a strikeout there, but as it is uncaught, the run will score. Martinez safe at second.
Next at the plate, number 20, Sebastian Martinez.
Pitch in the dirt, barely brought under control to hold the runner at second. 2 balls. Fastball catches the outside corner of the strike zone to make it 2-1. Martinez walks to first, runners at 1 and 2.
Next at the plate is third baseman number 10, Brenton Riley.
Riley safe at first. Martinez scores. Next at the plate, catcher number 11, Mason Wilson. So Matos has had a pretty good game overall, but he stumbles there with a muffed field of the ground out. Slash there sends it right into the grill of the catcher. It'll be a foul for a 1-1 count. Excuse me, an 0-2 count. Third pitch is out of play down the first base side to stay alive at 0-2. Pitch number 4 will get a swing. It's dropped. And an anemic throw by the catcher will score another run and keep the inning alive. Next to the plate for Olympia, number 12, the center fielder, Chase Dunlap. Wild pitch will award free bases. High fastball makes it a 2-0 count. Swinging strike takes the count to 2-2. Cranmer once again within a single pitch of ending the half inning and his time on the pitcher's mound. Wilson not ready to go quietly into the night here as he continues to battle and sends that one out of play to stay at 2-2. And again. That one connects, headed towards center field. And the Mustangs are able to get there.
Alex Moore with the fly catch at center. That takes us to the middle of the 7th. Perez now in the pitcher's mound for the Titans, and the Mustangs will start the bottom of the 7th inning. With a ball for number 6, the left fielder, Zapata. Outside fastball brings up a 2-2 count. Again, as Neil mentioned earlier, Mustangs still very much in a building mode for their program, but definitely showing some progress over the last 2 seasons with Coach King at the helm here at managing the team. Good pitch down the middle, but the swing is late for a strikeout. Perez records a swinging strikeout, 1 away for the Mustangs. Next to the plate for Wekiva, shortstop number 4, Yadriel Matos. First pitch in the dirt for ball 1. Matos checks his swing, but it was in the strike zone anyway for a 1-1 count. And he fouls that one away to make it 1-2.
Matos with a single line drive to center field. He's safe at first.
Next to the plate for the Mustangs, right fielder number 14, Nate Rodriguez. Next to the plate for the Mustangs, catcher number 16, Luke Chanke.
'Chanke jumps out of the way for a second ball.
Line out caught at first, so that's the end of the ball game. Twenty-one runs on 19 hits with 3 Mustang errors. The Mustangs scored 9 runs on 10 hits with no Titan errors. The final score 21-9. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you so much for coming out to support your Mustang and Titan athletes. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. We are at Wekiva Sports on all of those. The Mustangs' next game is coming up after spring break, and it is at home against Dr. Phillips. That will be a week from Tuesday, March 26th at 4:30 p.m. here at Mustang Field against the Panthers. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, Wekiva Sports. Please drive carefully and arrive home safely. And thanks to those of you who tuned in online as well. Have a great night and a great spring break.